Welcome to Eastern Washington University's video instruction guides for Zoom. In this video, we will be covering how to find the advanced settings for Zoom meetings and how to use features like screen sharing and dual camera, remote support, how to record a meeting, closed captions, breakout rooms, and attention tracking. Due to the length of this video, we will separate each setting into its own section. You can access each setting by using the timestamps provided. In this section, we will cover how to find and access the advanced settings for Zoom. First, we'll begin at the desktop with our Zoom client open and already signed in. Make sure you are on the home page of Zoom, and then drag your mouse up to the top right and click on the Settings button. This is the General Settings window, and we will go down to the bottom of this window and click on the Enable Advanced Features link. Next, we are going to close out of the General Settings window, and we are going to bring the web page that was opened into full screen. Moving the cursor over to the left, we find the In-Meeting Advanced option. Click on this and it'll bring us to the advanced settings for Zoom. In this section, we will be covering screen sharing and dual camera. Screen sharing is a unique feature that allows you to display your screen to meeting participants, and dual camera is a feature that coincides with this by letting you also display your webcam at the same time. To access this, we are going to start at the desktop with our Zoom client logged in, making sure we are on the home page, going up to the top and clicking on Settings just like we did to find the advanced settings, and then going down to the bottom of the General Settings window to click on Enable Advanced Features. Closing out of the General Settings window, we're going to navigate down to the Advanced Settings. Now we are in the In-Meeting Advanced Settings, and we want to scroll down until we see Shared Dual Camera. We're going to want to click on the toggle to turn this feature on. Then we want to make sure that screen sharing is also turned on, which should be by default. Closing out of this window, we're going to now join a meeting to demonstrate screen sharing in dual camera. I'm joining a meeting that I have already had set up with a buddy of mine. There he is right now. And inside the meeting window, we're going to come down to the bottom toolbar and click on the green Share Screen button. Making sure that the desktop is the selected option, we are going to then come down to the blue Share Screen button and click. We are now sharing our desktop screen with the meeting, and all participants can see what I am doing on screen. Next, we are going to enable the dual camera by turning on our video camera. So going to the top of the screen, we're going to click Start Video. And there you can see now we have both the screen shared with the meeting participants as well as my webcam being displayed. And that is how you use share screen and dual camera. In this section, we will be covering the remote support feature. This feature allows the host to take control over a participant's computer. We're going to begin on the desktop with Zoom signed in. Go to the Settings button and the Enable Advanced Features link, then close out of the General Settings window. Navigate to the In-Meeting Advanced link, and then we are going to enable the Remote Support option, which will be the second from the top. Do note that this cannot be enabled at the same time that Breakout Rooms are enabled, so make sure Breakout Rooms are turned off before turning on Remote Support. Next, we are going to join a meeting. And you can see at the bottom of the toolbar that we now have the Remote Support option. Clicking on Support will bring up a menu, and we want to use Request Desktop Control. This is going to prompt our participant that we want to control and support their desktop from our location. And now you can see that we have gained control over their computer screen and now have access to everything they see, as well as we can minimize, close, and open programs on their computer. This is a useful tool when participants are experiencing technical difficulty. To end remote support, go to the top of the screen under the View Options menu and click on Stop Remote Support. In this section, we will be covering how to record a meeting. Recording a meeting is a useful feature which allows you to keep a record of the video and audio from a meeting. First, we're going to begin on the home screen, and we're going to join a meeting in progress that I had set up with my buddy. As you can see on the bottom toolbar, there is a record button. Click this and we will begin recording the meeting. You can notice by the top left that it will tell you when you are still recording. We now have access to two new options, to pause and to stop the recording. I'm going to stop the recording now, and you notice this pop-up in the top right tells us that after the meeting is ended, it will save the recording. So I'm going to end this meeting, and you can see that the video is now being saved. And now you can see the audio, video, and playback for the recording. In this section, we will be covering closed captions. Beginning on the home page, we are going to navigate to the top right and click on the settings, then click on the Enable Advanced Features located at the bottom of the General Settings window. We're then going to close out of the General Settings window and navigate to the left and click on the In-Meeting Advanced. This will bring us down to the Advanced Settings. Closed Caption is the third from the top, and then we're going to want to move over to the toggle and enable closed captioning. Moving back into Zoom, we are then going to join a meeting. And you can see now at the bottom of the screen, we now have the closed caption option. Clicking on this will bring us up a menu that allows us to open Manage Participants to choose and delegate a closed captioner, to type yourself, or to use a third-party software. I'm going to type the captions for this meeting, and you can see that it brings up a little window for me to type in. When captioning, it is important to know that all of the captions will be saved at the end when a meeting is closed. As you can see, the caption that I have typed has been broadcasted to all of the participants. I'm going to close out of the caption window and end the meeting. And you can see now a window was brought up and it has a single text document. This text document is the captions with timestamps for that meeting. In this section, we will be covering breakout rooms. Breakout rooms are a useful tool for a host of a meeting to separate its participants into separate rooms. Beginning on the Zoom homepage, we're going to go to the settings, open up the settings window, navigate to the bottom of the settings window and click on the Enable Advanced Features link, close out of the settings window, click on the In-Meeting Advanced link to the left, and at the very top we notice the Breakout Room feature. It is important to note that breakout rooms and remote support cannot be enabled at the same time. One must be turned off while the other is turned on. Moving back into Zoom, we are going to join a meeting. And as you can see at the bottom toolbar, we now have breakout rooms as an option. Clicking on this will give us a menu that allows us to either automatically or manually delegate participants to rooms. We're going to automatically delegate our participants, and you can see that we have one breakout room with one participant in there. We can either create the room as is, or add more rooms and remove participants around as needed. I've created a few new rooms here, and now I'm going to move my participant to maybe room 2. You can also rename the rooms to whatever you like to better sort them. When you are finished delegating your participants to their rooms and wish to open the rooms, click on the large green Open All Rooms button. After you are finished with breakout rooms, you can then click on the Close All Rooms button and the meeting will resume. In this section, we will be covering attention tracking. Attention tracking is a useful tool that allows the host to be notified when participants are minimized in the meeting. Beginning on the Zoom homepage, we're going to move up to the Settings tab. We're going to click on the Enable Advanced Features link, and then close out of the General Settings window. Then we are going to navigate to the In-Meeting Advanced, and then we're going to scroll down to find the attention tracking setting. You're going to want to move your mouse to the switch on the right side and toggle attention tracking on. It is important to note that attention tracking can only be used in share screen mode. Moving back into Zoom, we are going to join a meeting. Within the meeting, we are going to click on the Share Screen button. And then we're going to open the Manage Participants tab. Here you'll be notified when anyone minimizes the meeting and is not paying attention to what you are sharing on your screen.